What is up, my bros? It is your bro Leo the Hero, or Heart here. Here to give my TMNT Season 5 review and thoughts of a great show that just ended Sunday, if you count the official date. And sadly, our bros are no longer going to be on Nickelodeon. The 2012 version is going to be reimbursed to the 2018 version next fall. Depending on what they do with that, good luck with it. Depends if I'll see that or not will be the question. But anyway, this is the video that RAPH was just doing. I decided to follow it up and do my own thoughts about the video. Or about the whole thing itself. So for starters, Season 5 was a pretty good season in itself. Had separate tales, different dimensions, craziness all over the place. Different adventures, even ones that you didn't expect, if you know what I mean. But the first tale will start off with the Cavaxis tour for 4 series, or episodes. Voiced by one of the greats, Mark Hamill, who was great in Cavaxis. I'll give credit to him. Played very, very well. Made a perfect villain as well. And hey, you don't think dragons are dangerous, you just saw it. Look at them. That's exactly the type of power I was expecting to happen. But they made him kind of a easy character to identify. As long as the seal was with him, he can be controlled. And as soon as it broke, he was let go of that release and basically did whatever he would do in New York City underneath the underdwellings of the sewers somewhat. And that was this tale that began right after the episodes of Aquarium and Owari, Splinter's death, and Shredder's demise. All fold into 2 episodes in less than an hour. Very, very well done. You saw the ending of how Leo said they were going to do it together. That they did this entire season 5. And he had to take over the sensei role for most of the season 5, meaning without Splinter, he would have to lead the team on his own. And you saw in the first 4 episodes, he felt kind of pressured about it, the situation. Willing to take it, but it was difficult. Finding that Dragon Man and other those disciples down there. It was a dangerous world where that was from. Splinter kept coming to his help in ghost form, if you want to call it. Kept giving him advice to make sure to not give up on himself or his team. And then you saw it in episode 4, End of Times. Finally prevailed. Put Cavaxis back in the underworld with the Shredder, the undead Shredder. Played a little Ghostbusters reference hunting with that. Found that to be funny. Since that movie came out just a few months ago. And, able to seal it all back together, like I said. And then, of course, the beautiful sunset where Splinter was fading away into the light. Whoops. There we go. Gotta make sure this thing is still runnable. Anyway, as I was saying about that episode. But yeah, great tale, great ending. It was thought to wonder what would happen next. Well, episode 5, When Worlds Collide, was a pretty special 1-hour episode. Lots of different information about it, but it's all about basically the love factor, or the couples, if you want to call it whatever you want to call it. In the first 10 minutes, you saw everyone's favorite turtle with their favorite girl, except for Raphael. In his room, he was pounding on the drums, saying he's the lone wolf, don't need love. Turned out that wasn't true. As soon as he got the red alert about what Mona Lisa was coming to town, it all changed from there. So excited about it, first thing they did was wrap each other's arms and basically give themselves the kissy noses. Thank you. But during that episode, there was an old enemy, Neutralizer, returning with even more shocking powers. Gained enough electricity to have the power of Volt. At one point, he even disintegrated Mikey, who luckily was not destroyed, and did the same thing that Cavaxis was his enemy then. Mikey had that sweet powers, took advantage of the new level, and off he went. Proud of them on that day, saved his brothers and the city, as it was invaded by Lord Dreg and his evil requirement ship. And Mona Lisa and Raphael were able to stay on Earth for a little while here and there. Then we go to the tales of feudal Japan, I like to call. Yojimbo Usagi. Those 3 episodes were pretty good in itself. That was my favorite tale of the entire season 5, in my opinion. Yojimbo kicked butt in his first episode in his debut. Was calm with that pug kid who was so much of trouble himself. But nothing about her. But not to bother. It was just part of the show. Anyway, that's how he felt about it. So Jimbo in the first episode of that tale. Second episode, they went to a creepy forest full of, what it is. But the bad part about that episode was the dream Leo had when he was basically guarding against Jay, a crazy blind wolf, who obviously was our enemy in that tale. Gave us a very horrible nightmare. Never wanted to see that again, if you were anything as a fan. And then the next episode, like Raph mentioned, about the Bugtaro stepping up his game, trying to be the little wannabe, as you want to call it. And at times when he felt let down, others try to help him out and lift his spirits up, try to make sure he is still what they said he was, which was the power to all universal, I think it's power or life, whatever it was. Something important about that Pugtaro kid, and it showed at the right time. Usagi was able to eliminate Jay. Kentaro stayed at his temple. The turtles returned home, and legend was born again. Now, the other episodes I haven't been able to see very much of because it's because I've been busy and trying to have been fuddling. But I'm going to get to those episodes as soon as I can. But I saw most of those previews. I'm sure they were good. As much as it was for me to not see them, I think by image I know what was coming. But anyway, once I do see them, and if I did, once I do see them, I may exploit on that. But anyway, that's for another time. But the ones I did see were the Lone Rats and Cubs episode about our father Splinter, taking care of us as we were little, to raise us to become the heroes that we are today. We would not be here if it wasn't for Splinter. Thank you very much. It was very, very well thought of you to make sure we were still alive today. Your teachings will never be forgotten by the young bros that stand before you and stand with you. I like the part in that episode when Mikey interrupted with the cute eyes looks. That was pretty good. Now Raph got that shell cracked. Didn't think it was that simple, but it was simple. But hey, how is he gonna get out there anyway? You're going around chasing yourselves away from the Krang, trying to find a safe place to haven, and officially they do. By the end of the episode, they find that their lair, their home, their safety, apparently to mutants everywhere. So anyway, that's that thought on that. And the last thought I have is the last episode that I did watch as well with Raph, the Raphael Mutant Apocalypse, which was old school to be the least in my opinion. A very increscent world where nothing but mutants were walking the earth. Almost like what the future could be. Who knows? I'm just pointing it out there. But I thought for myself, Raphael was Hulk-like chic with a beard. Donnie was turned to iRobot. Mikey was turned into the Hobbit, and Leo was a double mutant turned into the Ogre, or Shrek 2.0. Yes, I did all the references. How could I not do that? But anyway, I thought that was to be very special and very well thought of Nickelodeon to do. So many adventures they had to go through in that episode as well to preserve the ending of what's in the background of this picture right there. And I did have a couple tears coming down because I didn't see that ending going as well as I planned it to be. Never again will they brothers fight each other over stupid things like mutagen. That was that's fault. That was just scary and awkward and just not right. But hey, what's it for again? You saw Leo and his big giant whatever you Majamba call it. His name was Maximum Kong behind the helmet. I had no idea that they were fighting him. I had no idea whatsoever. He told us a story that he got caught in the mutagen blast of some sort of thing that happened in New York City way back when, and poor him. After all he could do, he gets caught in the middle of something he was trying to do. And so, that's basically all the thoughts that I can get out of my head for right now. But the opinions are all still there. It's not just me and Raph who are thinking about this. There's plenty of other people who have watched us or watched them kick butts from universe to universe, from street to street, city to city, dimension to dimension. Tell me, has the adventures not been worth your while? Has TMNT not become what you thought it would be? Have the bros really reached into you? Well, this is Leo the Hero saying good luck to everybody who supported all of us, who made it through it all this time. Wouldn't be here without you guys. And it's here today that we stand. So in our efforts, we say goodbye, everybody. Rest in peace, TMNT.